Exclusive. Tottenham increasingly confident Eintracht Frankfurt star will want to join them. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham Hotspur are said to be increasingly confident of securing the services of an Eintracht Frankfurt midfielder, with the player now contemplating whether or not to say yes to Spurs if they launch a formal offer. It has been widely reported over the last few weeks that Tottenham are big admirers of Hugo Larsson, who is one of the names at the top of their summer wish list. Spurs confident they can persuade Hugo Larsson to join. Give Me Sport have now become the latest outlet to credit Spurs with an interest in Larsson, explaining that the Lily-Whites have watched the 20-year-old's progress closely. They have reportedly been very impressed with how the Swede has developed this season, and Tottenham Hotspur are thought to be increasingly confident that they will be able to turn his head if they up the ante. This is because the Spurs hierarchy are of the belief that Larsson wants to test himself in the Premier League and may be tempted to jump ship if they make a formal offer. However, the North London club will have to spend big to land the midfielder, with Frankfurt unwilling to entertain offers of less than £52 million. The Premier League side are yet to make a final decision on whether to push ahead with a bid for Larsson and are keeping many options on the table for the moment. Winning the Europa League may help Spurs get Larsson. Give Me Sport suggests that Larsson has also not made up his mind about whether he wants to join Tottenham. He is currently said to be contemplating whether or not he would push to join Spurs if they do make a formal approach, with the midfielder refusing to rule out the possibility for the time being. The publication adds that they have been informed by some sources that Larsson is keen to see if Postecoglou's men will go on and win the Europa League before making a final decision. Exclusive. Spurs rekindle Marcus Rashford interest. Tottenham are interested in signing Marcus Rashford this summer if Aston Villa decide against purchasing him on a permanent deal, Football Transfers understands. The England international is expected to leave Manchester United during the upcoming summer transfer window, and we have been told that Spurs are eyeing a potential deal as they look to sign a replacement for Heung-min Son. Rashford has enjoyed an impressive loan spell at Aston Villa since his arrival in January, and Unai Emery's side have the option to sign him permanently for £40 million this summer. However, Football Transfers has been informed that Tottenham are keeping tabs on Rashford's situation after opting against pursuing a deal during the winter window. Spurs were interested in landing the Manchester United winger in January, but we understand that Ange Postecoglou pushed to sign Bayern Munich youngster Mathys Tel on a short-term loan deal instead. Despite this, Tottenham will rekindle their interest in Rashford if Villa decide against signing him on a permanent deal this summer. Fabrizio Romano has now revealed that if Tottenham Hotspur wish to sign one of their top striker targets, they will only have just over 2 weeks to do so this summer. One Serie A marksman seems to have caught the club's eye, with a number of reports over recent weeks claiming Tottenham have set their sights on Moyes Keane, who has not been able to stop scoring since his switch from Juventus to Fiorentina last summer. However, Spurs are expected to face competition from Aston Villa and Arsenal for Keane, who reportedly has a release clause of 43 million in his contract. Fabrizio Romano has now confirmed the existence of such a release clause in Keane's contract, but he also provides one more important detail about the clause. The journalist explains that the release clause will be active between July 3rd and July 15th, which means that Tottenham Hotspur and the 25-year-old's other suitors have to act early in the window to get the Fiorentina man. Romano does not name Spurs or any other sides as potential suitors, but he does state that several clubs are keeping tabs on Keane ahead of the transfer window. Based on the updates that have come out of Italy, it does not seem as if the striker has made up his mind on what he wants to do this summer. It was claimed last month by Gazzetta dello Sport that Keane's agent is soon expected to hold discussions with Fiorentina, with the talks expected to dictate whether the former Everton man will remain at the Artemio Franchi Stadium beyond this summer. Spurs and other clubs will certainly be watching the situation closely to see how it develops. Manchester City are interested in signing Pedro Porro in the summer transfer window, according to a report, which has revealed the decision that Tottenham Hotspur chairman Daniel Levy has made on the right-back's future. It has been a hugely disappointing season for Man City, who could end up outside the Premier League top 5 and missing out on qualification for next season's Champions League. According to TBR Football, Man City have identified Tottenham and Spain international star Pedro Porro as a potential target at right-back. Pedro Porro moved to Manchester City from Girona in 2019 and left for good in 2022 after loan spells at Real Valladolid and Sporting Lisbon. Manchester City have kept tabs on Pedro Porro's progress since and have been impressed with his performances for Tottenham this season. TBR Football has noted that Spanish and European giants Real Madrid have also been interested in the 25-year-old Spain international right-back, who, according to his Tottenham teammate Dejan Kulusevski in Football. London, in January 2024, is like a bulldog, who is always bringing energy and always having fun. According to TBR Football, Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy has personally decided to sell Porro in the summer transfer window. If Spurs get an offer of £50 million or more, then the North London club would cash in on the 25-year-old right-back, who has scored 3 goals and given 8 assists in 46 matches in all competitions this season. While Jed Spence did well at left-back this season, with Destiny Udogie now fit, the former could start at right-back, leaving Porro's future in doubt. Tottenham reportedly see Spence as a first-choice right-back and are willing to offload Porro for £50 million or more, according to the report. During his time at Tottenham so far, Porro, who cost the Premier League club £40 million in transfer fees, has made 100 appearances, scoring 10 goals and providing 19 assists in the process. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs.